As a consultant, you really need an alliance. You often don't have institutional support. NCPH can be your institution. You're not probably going to get financial support from NCPH, but you need a network. Most consultants work for themselves, so you don't have an office to go to. You don't have colleagues that you can, so you need to build your base of colleagues.
Networking is extremely important if you're going to be involved in the private sector. While we have a web presence, of course, and I'm on LinkedIn and some of the familiar social media networks, the networking that you establish in your career, and this applies to people that are very young and just beginning, even in grad school, all the way up to people like me that have been in the field for over 30 years. It's the contacts you make, it's the meetings you go to, it's the associations, and just being out into the field helps you when you go into the private sector because you've got these extensive networks.
Well, I think in academia, you become an expert over time in something, and generally a very specific, whatever that topic or field is. As a consulting historian, I have to become an expert in a month. And then as soon as my project is over, it's just all gone out of my mind. So I don't have the luxury of becoming an expert on anything. So I think we just kind of have to work together. I think we have skills that align themselves, but we have different skill sets. And so having both at a table, if it's a project where you're interpreting something and you have someone in academia who's an expert, bringing that expert in.
Really, NCPH is the umbrella organization for historians who, whether they be in academia or the public or in the private sector, historians who are really looking for ways to expand the connection between history and the public. That's how I look at it. It's not defined by, frankly, where you work, in my view. It's defined by your attitude about history and how you make history accessible in all kinds of ways, whether it be in the digital kind of media that we're talking about here, whether it be in the traditional monograph, or whether it be in oral history, but how do you connect with people and make it accessible? Because I think people are very hungry for history.